I I don't know. I said I was gonna do this, so I'll do this. 17 hours left. So I guess I'll do this now. But to do this, I have to do this first. Oh. Fine. Let's hope it doesn't take too long. Um...
Quit following me. Squall and fury.
Oh, I see. That's a great idea. I like it.
See, I told you the chief would agree. Well, let's get moving then. We can't let a word of the—
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukao. You three seem
Oh, Mulani!
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests.
Oh, what a coincidence. We were just talking.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the
Really? How can—
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Specifically, the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night.
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her— Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea.
Of course. How could you— I'm a little busy right now, though.
Of course. These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural one. And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise.
You got it, Chief. We'll...
All right, we're off then.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun.
Finally, it's hot spring time. Oh, I already arranged.
I think that should have cleared her out. Okay. I'll go now. Navigate. So we go up this way.
Quit following me.
Fuck do I go there?
Someone looking for me? Oh, why, if it isn't the Traveler and her... So what brings you here? We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious... is there something wrong? I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people. Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Natlan. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination. The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island. Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory. Oh, that makes sense! So could you tell us how to get to that island? Oh, Paimon get... On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. Oh! Well, I'm willing to answer... Sure thing! Then you have my thing. I'll be honest. There are some among the tribe who are of rather face character. Not long as the chief of the tribe. It's really hard to believe that they are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is what—
Oh, Paimon understands.
Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers.
You betcha. If it's just a few.
Wonderful!
Whoa, that's.
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. So please use the Mora as need.
No wonder you're the chief.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Where are these guys?
Swarm Fury!
Let us scam the scammers.
Quit following me.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out? Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar?
Who the? Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh,
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
In that case, as a qualified guide,
Uh-huh.
as the legend says, if you be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any but you are in luck. Allow me to tell you. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. Not to worry.
So you'd be working...
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests...
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right, thank you.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Too slow. Quit following me. Behold! Too slow. Quit following me. Wind rises. Behold!
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
Ahem.
Huh? Oh. Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Koholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say, therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to...
Really? But
You need only slowly approach Atta. But no need to worry. I can understand Atta.
alright, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10. In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a...
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Koholosaur. But if we can get a receipt, that'll be proof that they're scamming too. With that kind of evidence?
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man. Whoa, Atta really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say. Oh, I see.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Here's your group photo.
Any chance we could get a
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the Chief's more to use. Why don't we keep... I'm... These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming... With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him... But after handing over all that Mora, Paimon kind...
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues...
Oh,
Swarm Fury! Too slow. Behold!
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light Atta's insights have already pointed us to the depth.
You mean we're almost there?
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some Anyway, there's no time to...
Swarm Fury!
According to Atta's insights, this is the place.
You mean...
Yes, I've led you to the island just to...
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell...
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find. And who says a mysterious island can't look...
Huh. Since you seem to have... We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities with...
You sure?
Huh. Let's...
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using... You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused.
Now he's trying to get away!
Chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you.
Convict me. How? They don't have any.
Sorry to say it, but
Not to worry. Let's...
Hey, what are you doing? Keep.
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already...
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all...
You.
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hands, right? There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. So did you then take the Mora from them by force?
take Mora from others by force? Oh, that's an even...
You... Ugh.
We have witnesses
Fine. Yes, it...
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only... If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone...
That's a good point. Speaking of, have any...
I can answer this question along with your... There is no shortcut to the island. And most people don't even meet the If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the Springs, which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island...
There's a requirement?
Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious...
It should probably involve... overcoming...
And therein lies the key point. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients, nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those... Therefore, the requirement to...
So that's the...
From what I can see, you and Paimon are But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to...
That's true.
But don't feel discouraged. Whether it's remote islands or... And let me tell you a secret. The elders...
Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us...
Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're...
A guide we could trust with our lives? Yeah, Paimon has a good feeling about this.
It appears you've already made up your minds. Then,
Okay, but...
I need to finish Act 2. What the fuck? Yo. Fine. Let's see if I can do it.
The wind rises. Squall of Fury. Quit following me. The wind rises.
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy the moment It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive, so feel free to go for a swim.
Okay.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high.
Oh, thank.
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring, not to bathe in a hot spring, is to completely empty your mind.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt. Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. That better not happen.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like...
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But some people get dizzy if they...
Paimon's fine, just a bit...
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to... I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth... Huh?
Yeah, she brought us snacks and... Friends are supposed to help each other.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best...
Quit following me. Mualani!
We're here to help!
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The suit... Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is blocked pretty bad. Well, ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks, too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people. Bulk purchases fetch the best prices after all.
I'm not good at...
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even...
Yeah, that works. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it.
Wind rises.
Hey there, Yellowpath. Hope business...
Well, if it isn't Mualani, back...
That's right. Did it...
Well, it wouldn't be a competition if everyone got to win.
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable...
Wow, that is a...
That's right. Keep this between us for now, but...
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this? You can have the decorations on the house.
Come on, I know you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you...
All right. Such a...
Wow, that was amazing!
All in a day's work. By the way, Yellowpath,
Interested?
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package them... Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets, so I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise.
All right, that should be everything. If you could just...
Let me see... Huh?
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life, so... Send...
Oh, we will. It's gonna... Well, that's our shopping done. We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice.
I would hope so. We spent all day. Did you guys get everything?
Oh, we brought back tons of...
All right then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's...
Actually, why don't you two take a break? Oh, so, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could drop... So, what do you think?
It looks amazing.
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so... Not to mention, this was totally a group effort. Still...
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amita set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered. So she's on watch tonight.
I see. Well, this could actually be a good thing. She can relieve... Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too. All right, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay?
Yep. Ah, Paimon's exhausted. Anyway, we need to be well rested for the party tomorrow, so let's head inside.
Traveler, Paimon!
Mualani?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe.
Mualani, a little.
One moment. I'll be right there. Couldn't have said it better, Mike. Hang in there. We're here to help.
Let's ride!
Wind rises.
Have they been contaminated by the Abyss?
No, they are doing
Thank you.
I'm alright. Go help the others.
We're almost done.
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Thanks for your help. It would have taken me ages on my... Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. Let's go ask Amina.
Carving waves!
Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those monsters. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them.
Where'd they come from this?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position.
An abyssal pile?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the endless hordes of monsters will exhaust our defenses.
Exactly.
All right, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on...
Of course! On behalf of the people...
Let's go. There's no time... Need a surfboard?
Life goes on.
Behold! You're dead! Thank goodness you were here.
Mualani, is that the pylon?
Come on!
That's it, all right.
Show me your courage!
Come on, let's get rid... this thing.
Oh, it's real tight.
Wind rises.
Pylon! It's over there! Hurry!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Orders given. Orders received.
Tournament of the Deep! Whew! That should do it, right?
I don't see any more monsters, so...
Do these attacks happen a lot?
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes. Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives are. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
You're right. Mualani, wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
What? We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so...
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone! Keep it up!
Let's ride!
Life
Ateya, what are you doing here?
Where do you think? I was in a hurry, so it's...
Stop talking for now.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Mulani.
Ateya took care of it, but she's in...
All right, stop fussing.
Wait, no. This...
Ateya!
You think I couldn't tell you were avoiding me on purpose? And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told...
Oh, forget about that.
The impurities and the elemental energy we...
What? The crystal...
The anguish he feels. I also came across a teardrop.
Ateya! Ateya! Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification?
How can that be?
I never knew that was even possible.
Ateya! Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you alright? I just saw you purify abyssal power from Ateya's body. You're sure? Good.
Thank goodness.
You scared us all half to...
Alright, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll celebrate Ateya's recovery, and most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid.
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Monster. That was some quick thinking, Traveler.
Abyssal power still exists within her body.
We think Auntie Ateya's illness is...
She can never come into contact with hot water.
Hello? Traveler?
Alright.
Swallow Fury!
Too slow.
Behold!
The wind rises.
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power, yes. I was hoping to...
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Come on.
Hey,
Just going to get some... You have fun. We'll be right back.
All right. Sound...
Mualani,
Yeah?
you've gotten so tall. You know that? Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Traveler, did something happen?
I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, it's because your friend saved my life in that cave. And because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with the hot springs. I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what
You want to know something? You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by... I lived with regret, but yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that. Seeing you out there, even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. But I've done what I needed to do. Just remember, whether in life or death, I
understand. Seems like I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set for me.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even if... Just tell her it embodies
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say.
Traveler, Atea, Muala.
Excuse me, what did I... Life is a journey in which there's...
Cool. Act 2 time. Two days later.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot... Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to... Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually. Yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this is...
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolute...
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the night...
And Kachina? Is
Kachina... But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the right of...
That's a relief. The Abyss...
Exactly. She did...
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mualani, you said the Abyss... Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of... not that Paimon wants them to be in it...
Relax. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various pyro archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking...
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in Natlan views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only... Anyway, let's head to the stadium. The sea's not...
Too slow.
Whoa, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up her sleeve, by the way.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened, so don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely... I know you said you were investigating the situation, but...
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth, so... What do you...
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's...
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you... Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of...
Did she just...
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on
I guess now we get to the main story.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina, there's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest...
And that means Kachina won't...
That's correct. Not until...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Arc, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her. We supported her every step of... Sit peacefully and wait for her return?
That's not fair.
It's all right. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as... But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least... Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found...
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against... If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight... But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bet the raw truth can be cruel. But we need...
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't...
Yes. What happened?
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening... I understand your...
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the night.
I've considered that, but without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and with fewer participants...
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken...
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to... I won't sugarcoat it. That...
Just like you said, Archon. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred...
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her.
Kachina's waiting for us to...
I failed to protect her during our campaign.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you. The Masters of the Nightwind have a tech... If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link. Then comes the hard part. You need to...
But isn't the Night Kingdom...
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is, however, know that the Night Kingdom will...
That's fine by...
Same here. Fighting the Abyss.
So,
See, Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality...
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. Besides... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to... I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and...
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed... But don't worry. This time...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire.
You're right. Even now, the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan. And Kachina's disappearance in the Night King...
We can't let the general public...
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, but if I said nothing at all, they would have continued...
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still...
You mean...
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only so until our heroes are ready.
But that can only last so long. I think...
Don't let desperation those chosen by the Wyab have already all we can do.
Even so, for you to make this...
If not me, I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon! It's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Huh? Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Obviously, the Fatui have something to do with it.
Are you alright, Ark?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would.
I never imagined someone could match you. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about now?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for.
Whatever his motive, we should.
No. We're running out. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove when we exchanged final blows. I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the cap.
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in...
Is everything okay, Ark?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did some...
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay, let's just keep climbing.
Quit following me. Too slow.
What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribespeople are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then!
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
Line is right over there. Let's go.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina is trapped within.
Rescue her? From the Night King?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior, the nature of battle is unpredictable.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price—
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts, and the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river, but the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
Quit falling. Behold! Swarm Fury!
necessary. Take it and have fun.
Someone admiring the scenery. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh!
Yes, but I'd rather not.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find...
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see. What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need.
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to...
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for you.
Too slow.
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbers. All right. That's it.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk.
Perfect. Is that the...
That might be tough.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does...
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat... Here you go. By the way, how's he doing? Malco's...
Do you know what happened?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. But Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames him. Oh, you're not wrong. But I've tried convincing... The Abyss has caused so much... Anyway, that...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was... If I had been there, I would have been able to sense that... I've always blamed myself for what happened.
But that happened. The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom...
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we... All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said...
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer!
Hark! 'Tis thundering retribution. An omen of dark times ahead.
That, and main...
Whoa! Monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Bow your head! Midnight Phantasmical...
Billowing
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long! We're getting close! Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No!
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss hasn't.
In that case, we get back.
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama?
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years.
Huh? What's that in your hand?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malc, not enough to swing a sword, but to see... I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. I guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Always had to beat me at everything. Maybe you're right. Maybe, Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing, but...
A deep...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years, I regretted not being...
Vichama!
I'm fine. Actually, when you asked for my help, I hesitated too, but I also understood why. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as war. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. That way, even if the outcomes, there are critical junctures in life. And that's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated. Thanks to her, though, you were only briefly exposed. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Oh, and apology.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, it's just one thing after... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. My apologies, everyone. I just need...
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually...
For some reason,
well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking...
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't...
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the night...
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with...
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up?
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something...
This is important. If you were in my shoes...
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control and...
All right, whatever.
You...
Time out. Is this...
Chaska, does it sound like a...
Then... You need to know something.
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only...
I've also told you that managing your...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go...
Then support me.
So, that's it.
You two are...
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by...
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister.
Thank you.
Anytime. According to Kinich, it's an important...
About that...
If only Tone-Gift Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the holy...
It might be in a few more pieces.
Huh? I see. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
Fatui again?
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one... Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but... still. All you need...
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all... Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her...
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's town?
Good eye. This is where I...
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts, and physical items do a Now, I still have some preparations to make for the... If you're curious about an item, I'm...
Alright, we'll have a look. This is Atea...
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rare...
Whoa, this weapon...
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single... That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out...
Exiled?
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a power. He united the six... Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his... And so... he was laid to rest.
Wow.
Indeed. Even now, his story... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think?
Yeah! If each item does every item hold a special
That's right. The items in my collection, they demonstrate the true...
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at
once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at that, take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to... Of course, there are those with the... Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget the past, while the pilgrimage and the night war... Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level... That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the Divine Throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's alright. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani, Chaska, over here, please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina, it's...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in. The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you can't, I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve. All you need to do is place your no one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't call it quits.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion.
I know.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the...
Thank you so much for your help.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide Eon-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
That was rubbish.
Take it and have fun. Take it and have fun.
The wind rises.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until these ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity...
So what you're saying is... we're not in for an
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle for...
Why are you all
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go!
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drink. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Behold!
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
By royal
Squall and Fury! You dare to gaze upon me? As you wish, main Fräulein.
rises. Quit following me. Too slow.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh.
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon?
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we—
Yeah, these floating black things don't look—
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was seeking me out. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the spirits— but we had to destroy it. Otherwise—
Of course. Thank you. Under the power of the stone, it felt like turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but you're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form. Be careful. This place has been severe.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off.
Everything!
It's futile. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
By royal decree.
Allow me.
Quit following me.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Hold the line. Let's move out.
easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was.
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Too slow.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go! Oz, reveal! Allow me! Right here! You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but... something... That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing the Y. You can think of them like the body of each Wyap. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyap can extend their consciousness over the entire realm. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been... Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What's...
Nothing. Just a...
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already...
No, I'm fine. I don't plan just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that... You don't have anything to prove either.
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I don't have much time left. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for
You're true. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Too slow.
Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab, can you hear me?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? He tried to get in my way.
You...
He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate... No. The power of the Abyss is toxic. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy of your ancient names. Pride, friendship. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone in...
You're right. Maybe, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, the power lies not, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you...
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Right here!
Yeah, let's ride!
Yeah! Check this out! That's the launch! Driving wave!
Need a surfboard? Ha!
Let's ride! We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that...
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially still, seeing you pull it off. Everything you said was exactly right. As it took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary. The Pyro Archon's plan will only then will we have the power. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion
Holy
500
Tupac.
years ago.
Man's risen again.
You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayub. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through you, its blaze will become one even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong?
So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan. This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explain.
Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid I was going to ask why you bestowed it. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
You are already an outstanding child in my... You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents. Focus on who you want to be. You are... The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyab. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to...
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle!
Come on, faster! We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
Not gonna lie, that was badass.
We're back! The Pyro Archon's sake.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. Well,
so you're saying
every great display of...
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro...
I recommend getting a full checkup.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well again.
Let's get going. We need to share what we...
Right. The Wyab...
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make from...
Oh, finally I can do this.
Quit following me. Squall and Fury.
we've been through recently, it sure feels good to come back to visit the people. It's been a while since we last got in touch with Mualani. I wonder what she's up to now. Have Mualani be our guide. Oh, Paimon just remembered something! Do you remember that journey to the mysterious island? Yeah, that's the one! Paimon remembers the chief of the people of the springs told us that we must find a guide we could trust with our lives. That would make Mualani the perfect choice, wouldn't it? We can invite her to be our guide and set off for the island. Well, we should have...
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why?
May I ask whether you've had some...
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Koholosaur. I nearly drowned.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the...
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or...
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the... I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like.
You'd really do that?
You got it.
Ahem.
Well, hello there! If it isn't the trap...
It's been a while, Mualani. Was all that stuff you were saying just...
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floater...
Whoa,
But let's get back to why you're here. Come on, don't be strangers now.
No, we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island.
A trip to the mysterious island. Oh.
Do you have any
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep, your chief has already made that. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely...
Then I'll have to explain. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle Nu. And he's the best guide in the whole tribe. With a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, going to the mysterious island, but since it's you two asking, it's just my duty as a guide to explain these things.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble just, Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe.
Oh, Kolo's back! Wait for me!
Who's Kolo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first...
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him off. Let me put up the closed sign first. Okay.
Too slow.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone. Indeed. Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, he really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani? Who knows? Maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious island.
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholosaurs? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
The commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success, then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by them.
You
say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me, let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone? Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their income. How do you think I reached the mysterious island?
Well, I'm different.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example, new student over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that.
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter, waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into an argument with him again.
That Ko'olo's...
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best...
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be...
Of course not. Uncle New has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now. But it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island. That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required. I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle New has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've...
But don't you have that chance now, Mula? With the help of the renowned traveler and her trusty...
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go...
Oh, it's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was...
Scholar guy? My name is Varumdra. Please use it.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler.
Oh, and it's that lady, too!
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've...
I'm Mualani. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirement.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were...
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the...
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the Mora for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please...
Varumdra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so obsessed with that island?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous...
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate... How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning...
So you've decided to accept my...
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from...
That's your plan?
Wonderful.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
We need to get started on our preparations.
Behold!
Hey, Alafa. I've got...
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Lafa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey.
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, traveling.
Oh, no, we're traveling as...
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment. We're ready, Lafa.
Your total is
Isn't that still a lot?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or...
You call that a week's worth of...
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another
Rises. Swarm Fury.
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate the price.
All right.
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a
Uncle.
Just don't break it, okay?
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records?
Yep, and that's our next stop. Hey, Paka Paka!
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and...
That's a pretty rare record.
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Nightwind.
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild too.
Nice. That's the
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Nightwind for some advice once, and apparently...
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost...
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20...
Deal.
Looks like Milani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get... Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today.
Whoa. Hearing that is also making pun.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow make...
That's right! Let's go!
Afternoon, Uncle New. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle New?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the Springs. I'm still a little worried.
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle New.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
I understand, Uncle New.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit? But for some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle New. Alright. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another adventure! It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the spot Mualani mentioned.
The wind rises. Too slow. Quit following me.
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mualani!
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems yours...
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island, and the first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to—
Is there any theoretical
Theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential— Very good. You didn't try to argue with me.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis...
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first—
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where men—
Huh?
Wind rises.
Squall and Fury.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here.
As expected, the first...
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to when the first chief created the map. He left a special mark, so it'll be impossible to gain any leads.
You're a real pro at
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of— It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan,
This is a thing? I need to note this down right...
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of...
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone... But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have...
No worries. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage.
Is that so?
And now I understand how much you care. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure...
Given you've already...
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never... And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can...
There must be a way to enter the valley.
Let Paimon think.
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur.
This is tricky.
Karya, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between
Me? All right. When I discovered something very interesting. We thought that but I'm not...
Oh. Oh, that...
You can just call me Karya.
In that case, please stay here and keep...
Too slow.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, but this plant can help us solve that problem. We can apply the plant's extract.
So, we're...
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet.
Perfect. Okay. Careful. Don't startle them. This way. If you go now, they'll definitely take note of us.
Oh,
perfect. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. Follow me and stay close. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Come on! Careful. Don't startle them. Follow me and stay close. Careful. Don't startle them.
If I have to do it all the... You... What do you mean too far? I was like literally right next to you. That's annoying.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet.
Perfect. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. Follow me and stay close. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Follow me and stay close. Come on! Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch of
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together.
But Paimon thought guides from...
Sounds like someone has been trying to
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock?
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signal. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now.
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Koholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no...
Yes, I understand.
Ooh, Alani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next...
Hard to tell.
Aha! Though the lines are kinda rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water. Find our next destination.
Really? You got all...
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to... Alright, break time is over. Let's...
Wind rises.
Let's hope this.
Behold! Squall and Fury! The wind rises. Behold!
By royal rise. Rest and revive.
Wind rises. Unnecessary. Squall and Fury.
Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to...
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built...
Oh, I remember now.
After learning about the legend, Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the... Therefore, the area must contain many potential Spirit Ways, and the dragons who lived here in a...
Oh, amazing.
Now everyone's contributing.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
All right. Then let's start searching for the...
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts.
Then let's start searching.
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Whoa! It started glowing!
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston.
Upon the gale. Quit following me.
Behold! Stick around!
Forget it!
Search for it.
Squall Fury.
Behold!
The wind rises. Bow your head. Squall Fury. Unnecessary. The wind rises.
Life goes on. Faster? Okay, faster.
Squall Fury. Rises.
Behold!
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Great work, everyone. Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem...
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and... Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism, and if we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people...
Isn't that super...
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it?
Though I've never tried before, Huh?
If Varandra can't control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well...
After all the adventures she's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right. Then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding...
Wait, but handling...
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at...
But it's so high! And you'll be falling so fast!
Do you still remember the promise we... Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me...
Alrighty. Please be careful.
Now switch to the spirit way on the right! Please, activate the next node!
Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the note we need. We did it, Mualani!
The path ends up ahead. Switch to the next spirit way. Traveler, get to the next node!
Got it! Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the note we need. Mualani, we've taken care of the final node. Please be careful.
That was perfect.
You were amazing, Mualani. There were a couple of moments Paimon thought... Oh no.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to...
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just to...
Yes, we need to get to higher ground. Hey, look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? Oop.
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand.
Yes, I know. But what everything points to the path ahead being hidden.
And what if you're...
Rondra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. The spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. So, our goal should be the shallow waters.
I can't find any evidence to refute your...
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration.
But didn't we all...
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it.
No,
You!
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the...
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my...
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. How about this? You and Karia, I know you like to explain everything with theories and
Well,
Traveler, come on. Let's get going.
Squall and Fury.
Whoa. The massive whirl...
Do you also think that this is a reckless It's okay. That's completely normal. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences passed down from generation to generation are what give us the ability to guide our guests through hardships. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, I still don't know what awaits us inside. If the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence. The same goes for the two of you. You are the good news is that I know the way back to...
Mulan?
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom.
Aw, Paimon.
All right. Let's investigate the matters of luck aside.
I know. It's just that we can't see much from here.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon or...
You're right.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karia?
I tried to persuade him. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few... I'm not much of a swimmer.
Oh, why did this have to...
No time to hesitate. That way? He's been pulled away by the current. Not here either. The current is too fast. We found him.
Oh, there they are!
Rondra, thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Didn't I tell you?
Judging by the changes in... It's just...
Right, who knows if we can make it back?
Seems we...
Why would you give up on such an opportunity?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind.
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karia. I think if I reactivate... The only problem is that we still don't... It's already getting late now. And we've been on the move for a whole day. As your guide,
mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry. Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. What do you think? This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping.
Mm-hmm. It really hits the spot. You're a great cook, Mualani.
Karia helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some credit too.
No. I'm just happy I was able to help out.
What was that?
Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on. Listen. Not bad, right?
Wow, so it really works!
My parents told me that most of the valuable experience from our ancestors is hidden in...
Huh. Guess that makes sense.
In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is also a custom left behind by the first chief of the tribe.
Yeah, Paimon would like to know too!
Even though I've heard my parents tell stories since I was little, it's said that he was the first person to make a map of Natlan. And even the first person to become friends with the Cahol.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah. There isn't a place in Natlan that he didn't visit. Even now, no one has even come close, but oddly enough, after returning from the mysterious island, it really makes me wonder what... How about this? Before we rest for the night, let's have a bonfire party!
If we're going to go plunging into the...
Now's not the time to be a party pooper. You ought to agree to ideas from the one who rescued...
Yeah, she's right!
All right. So what do the rules stipulate?
Rules? A bonfire doesn't have any rules. Everyone just needs to have a good time.
Okay, sounds fun.
So, for the first question...
Oh, we were just talking about this.
Let's hear everyone's ideas, and maybe we can figure out...
Paimon can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey is, it'd definitely be about treasure and all kinds of delicious food. Most importantly, it's about making the trip together.
Yes, I can't agree more. Okay, next person. You sure are taking your time thinking about it. Oh, I get it. You must have passed through... It's quite possible that your experience traveling is more than what I have as a guide. It's under... Why don't I circle back to you later? Next?
Me? If you ask about my travels...
That doesn't matter. This is a party around the bonfire, not some research seminar.
All right. If I had to say what the meaning of a journey is, I'd say it provides an opportunity for true companionship. Before you reach the destination, you don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself. As long as you stick together with your companions, you won't have any trouble to worry about.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm on too!
Uh-huh. I hope that didn't sound too silly.
Alright, now it's Varamdra's turn.
All right, in my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit of what we call results. The so-called journey is but a path that leads to these results. So, the greatest meaning of a journey lies in managing to find the right result.
Not sure I completely get what you mean.
There's nothing difficult to understand. It's the same as the decision of your first chief. He must have discovered enough valuable results after visiting the mysterious island to decide that he should end his journey. Once you've achieved the results you want, any additional journeys would become all but meaningless. Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of my research projects. All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. All my effort vanished into the air as though it never existed. Do you understand now, Miss Guide? Without results, the journey is meaningless.
I sympathize with your situation, but I'm afraid I can't agree with your take.
I don't need your sympathy. As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and struggles will become just another insignificant part of the process. What happened during the day already proved that my theories were wrong, so I'm willing to trust your judgment. I apologize for our previous argument. I must make it to the mysterious island, and if I have to entrust my life to someone else to achieve that goal, then so be it!
Was that actually supposed to be an apology? Because it sounded kinda awkward.
Actually, there's a saying among the guides of the people of the Springs. If the goal of the journey was to reach the destination, then you should have never left the house to begin with. Because the final destination of every journey is your home. It would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tourists straight to where they wanted to go. It's my hope to also make everyone feel happy along the way to their destination. That is what I would truly call a journey. And that is my answer.
Just as you don't agree with me, I can't agree with your point of view either.
I'm not too worried about that. After all, another purpose of traveling is to help people understand each other better.
What sort of logic is that?
All right, that's it for this round. Since it's still early, how about we tell some horror stories next?
Huh? Oh, now Paimon's scared. Paimon slept so well. Oh, Mulan and the others seem to be up already. Let's go see what they're up to.
It's wild. This one is taking real long.
Just in time. I was about to go look for you.
What the? You already caused the whirlpools?
We're in luck. The phlogiston nodes were recharged by dawn. I had Karya and Varamdra control the nodes this time, and we were able to quickly unlock them. We were practicing all morning so they could get the hang of control.
Oh, it seems after apologizing, you've already become trusted members of the team.
Is now really the time to be teasing us? Don't forget that the...
He's right. We should really hurry over to the massive whirlpool again.
Even though we had this discussion yesterday,
You bet!
Okay, then let's go.
I believe it. There are subterranean...
Milani was right!
Let's see where this cave leads. Come. According to the map, we need to head downward? Okay. Don't be afraid, everyone. Jump down with me.
Is that lava up ahead?
It appears these caves were for...
I see. Then the spirit ways were altering the lava's flow created temporary holes which allowed us to follow the water's current.
Are all scholars...
Hard to say.
But can there be an island in this kind of...
It appears we haven't reached our destination yet. Let's keep...
Let's test if this is actually hot. Oh yeah. Oh crap.
I got this. I got this.
Nice.
Allow me.
No one fights alone. This isn't the way.
Too slow.
Whoa,
Let's keep going. We'll be able to... Watch your step. Follow closely. Heads up! These volcanic caves aren't very stable, so watch out for falling rocks.
Swarm Fury!
Careful, more falling rocks!
What a maze! There's lava everywhere!
Let's look around together and see what we can find.
Very well. It would indeed be useful.
There are plants growing here?
There's nothing unusual about that. This is spinel fruit, which often grows around places with lava. Wait, it is a little strange. This isn't ordinary spinel fruit. It's the same as the one on this talisman.
Isn't that the talisman your teeth?
Yes. In which case... I'll be sure to add...
There's so much lava.
The lava here doesn't look very stable.
From here, the light seems...
A distant light.
Miss Guide, it seems Veron...
I've got it! I've got... Do you see that golden light in the distance? I'm positive that's the mysterious island. That's where...
Really?
I'm a scholar from the Academia Sponta. When I first heard about the legend of the... One exaggerated description I heard was that it's an entire island that shines like gold. Under certain environmental conditions, large amounts of lava are quick. Since the ore can't be moved in time, it begins to accumulate, resulting in the alluring golden glow. If I'm not mistaken, there'll be a large pool of lava up ahead, and the mysterious island will be floating on the lava. An entire island of vulcanite ore!
So you mean we really found...
Rejoice! Even a...
Really? Then let's hurry!
Wait, Paimon. We should head back now.
What are you saying?
This map is covered with symbols and riddles, but there's one thing that's written clearly. When you see the golden light, what you just said may be correct, but that golden place isn't the island that my—
Are you joking? You—
But Mualani's judgment has always been right. If
You thought I'm after
Oh, he's acting—
After my previous findings were stolen, I began anew. As long as I can bring this orb back, my theories will be proven beyond any doubt, and I will be able to reclaim everything I have lost. To me, this ore is the result that must be obtained. Otherwise, all those hardships along the way will be rendered completely meaningless.
As we agreed before, please trust my judgment.
Why? Are you wary of me? Now that we've confirmed that the legendary treasure really exists, you don't want—
She's not that kind of person.
The result is right before my very—
Oh no! He went running in! How can he do that?
Not good. We must stop him.
Is it just Paimon or is the ground shaking? What the? Where did these monsters come from?
These monsters. Looks like the lava here is becoming active again. He'll be trapped by the lava. We need to hurry and take care of these monsters.
Unsightly insects!
The lava is rising!
Verandra!
Traveler, Paimon, please take care of Karya. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Mulan?
I can use my surfboard on the lava for a short period of time, but
But that's way too risky! Okay then. Let's ride!
the cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. We're falling rocks. Okay, what's this? The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. We're falling rocks. Okay, what's this? Over there! Oh, looks like...
It's right there! I'm almost there!
Look carefully. You can't get through the lava. You'll die if you try to make your—
Why don't I give up? Well,
Me?
you have the ability to move over the lava. If you try, maybe you can reach the island and earn the that way, you'll have the results you need to prove yourself. And even Ko'olo won't— You want to know why I won't give up, but I'm asking what—
The lava is rising. If I take this risk, then how will—
You—
Come with me.
No!
I've brought him back. He's fortunate that he wasn't seriously hurt.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
You're welcome. It's getting dangerous here, so—
No, I refuse! I can still step—
Seriously? How can you be so childish at a time like this?
Verandra!
Whoa.
I've always believed that you're the most talented person I've ever met. Even if your research was stolen and you didn't, I believe that even if you won't obtain any results this time, you'll. So. I won't allow my dearest senior.
Tori.
She's finally opening up. And it seems like she's just the person we need to talk some sense into him.
Milani, the lava is almost here!
Don't panic. It seems like the trick that Uncle New taught me is finally going to be put to use.
Where did all these Kaholosaurs come from?
No time to explain. Just get on.
Got it, got it! Paimon accidentally choked on some water.
Everyone okay? Let's take a head count. We escaped danger and made it back alive. That's what I call good luck. I think our fortune can only get better from now on.
Oh, really?
What's the point? We still didn't reach the mysterious...
Hey, don't look so depressed.
Actually, according to the map...
Oh? Then which way should we go? Wait, aren't we back where we started?
Come on, let's go to the statue.
So, what's the point of coming back here again?
Here, look! Some hidden words up.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Congratulations, guide from the future. You have completed a challenge that even I found ambitious. And now, I finally have the chance to tell you my story. You may have heard legends describing me as the best guide in all of Natlan. But in the beginning, I was more like a treasure hunter. I chased results, facing countless dangers to prove myself. Time after time, I ventured where others didn't dare, never failing to bring back rare treasures. My fame was second to none. And yet, I never felt satisfied. So I found a new goal, a challenge that no one had ever achieved before. The legendary Mysterious Island. Another chance to prove myself. Unfortunately, my friends who had traveled with me all this time had grown tired of my nonsense. Instead of praise, they now showered me with words of caution. Perhaps this journey was one that I had to complete alone. But luckily, they decided to once again put up with my antics. Just as before, they came up with ingenious ways to help me move forward. They never let me down, even when I had to place my life in their hands. And they always trusted my judgment, even when it took a lot of courage. In the end, just as ever, we found the result we came for. But that golden glow was baiting me towards death. It was the glow of a rare ore, but it was also the warning sign of an impending eruption. Maybe if I pressed on and put my life on the line, I could get the result I wanted. And yet, there was a chance I'd lose something even more precious. But don't worry. In the end, I made the same choice as you. Everyone was disappointed that their illustrious guide had, for once, returned empty-handed. But seeing everyone survive, I felt satisfied for the first time in my life. Perhaps the treasure I had really been searching for had been right here with me, all along. So, I decided to end my long journey and find a safe place for my hard-earned treasure. To me, this is the real Mysterious Island.
The hidden inscriptions disappeared!
These must have been the words the first chief left.
In that case, the mysterious island from the legend is
I remember now that the elders once told me our tribe was originally founded on a small island. Later, the coastlines changed, allowing the island to become what it is today. The journey to the mysterious island starts exactly where it ends. Yeah, I think...
The golden glow is an indicator of when the lava will periodically erupt. The principle of vulcanite formation implies that it will only appear at the start of fierce lava activity. And the flowing lava will quickly swallow it and make... This means that there's zero possibility of ever bringing the ore back. Are the results I've been chasing all this time?
Harondra. Our journey is not yet over. As we agreed, please...
Fine. I suppose...
Don't be so down.
I don't remember, Sal. There's still something important we need.
Behold!
Squall Fury!
Uncle New! We're back!
Ah, Mualani. It's good to see you again. I always knew you'd return safe and sound.
Uncle, I've completed the journey to the mysterious island. I'm here to return the talisman.
But you still have a question you wish to ask me, right?
Yes. You've been there before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
If that's the case, then you've gone on the same journey. But why didn't you tell anyone?
Because I made a choice.
A choice?
Did you notice that the hidden inscriptions on the stone tablet disappeared as soon as you finished reading them?
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a special paint on the statue that would change color when it comes into contact with volcanic dust. Only those who have been to that underground space will be contaminated by the dust and be able to see the hidden message. But once the dust starts to wear off, the hidden inscription will disappear again. And this is the choice that the first chief left to us. If you choose to boast about your deeds, you will receive the highest honor, but the legend of the mysterious island would be destroyed as well. If you choose to remain silent, then the mysterious island will remain a legend and continue to attract the next generation of young guides to rise to the challenge. In the end, my companions and I all chose the latter.
Oh, I get it now.
But not being able to tell anyone after accomplishing such a feat. People like Ko'olo will still look down on you. Are you really okay with that?
But have you noticed that Ko'olo, who claims to have been to the island, hasn't actually completed the trip?
What?
Right. Paimon remembers that Ko'olo said that he went to the mysterious island alone. But there's no way he could have been able to use the spirit ways!
He deliberately recommended the client to find Mualani, probably because he thought she wouldn't be able to reach the mysterious island. That way, Mualani wouldn't be able to expose him. As guides, we are not adventurers, let alone treasure hunters. The greatest responsibility of a guide is to take the client to their destination safely. But in the process, we also gain much skill and experience at overcoming danger. This allows us to go to places that no one else can reach, and even find treasures that no one else can find. Many guides gradually lose sight of their true beliefs and intentions in the process, and end up becoming like Ko'olo. They end up becoming more like thieves who would rush to the other side of the lava lake, regardless of the consequences, rather than good guides who would turn around and save them. This is why the first chief left behind the legend and the map. Aside from me, Many other tribe members have also traveled to the mysterious island. And just so they've also made pacts with their companions, choosing to give up the results that would prove themselves and give the younger generation.
You've all given up?
Sir, I've given up on merely one result. I haven't given up on everything. Given her talent and qualifications, Mualani was well within. I believe I was able to cultivate such an outstanding student and witness her completion of the legendary challenge precisely because I didn't become someone like Koalo. If instead of looking at one single journey, we look at my entire career as a guide, I'd say I have not returned.
Karia, I've come up with a new research topic.
You're the same as always, Varamdra. In any case...
Karia!
Because you haven't prepared the proposal yet. Shouldn't you finish that first?
Yes, of course.
But I've always found your proposals fascinating.
Karia, given that I have been presented with new perhaps the treasure I'm seeking has been by my side the entire time.
I understand, Varamdra.
It appears this guest has also...
It seems he's finally put two and...
There's nothing to worry about. It's just like Karia said.
But it seems he's still as stubborn...
Now, it's your turn to make the choice, Mu.
But Uncle knew. I'm sure any...
Very good. Then there's nothing more I can teach you. Here, take this talisman again. You can pass it on to your...
Looks like it's also our time to say goodbye. You've taken great care of us throughout our journey.
Then remember, the next time you come...
Friends? I suppose we are theoretically friends now.
Well, that's one way to think so.
Then Varamdra and I will be taking her...
Okay, bye-bye.
You're back already. So, as new...
What are you doing here all of a sudden?
Well, I found something even more precious.
You... Seems you really learned a lot from New about how to make yourself feel.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The elder... New! I've already proven that I'm stronger than you. I've been to even more danger. I've even been to... the mysterious island. What is...
Koalo. Even if you had never been to the island. But as for what we would deny about you...
oh. Me?
So now, our trip to the mysterious island is officially finished, right?
Yeah, but I have one more place
Swarm Fury! Behold!
This is the place. From what I've heard, if we take a group...
What made you think of taking a group photo?
Well, we completed our trip to the mysterious island together.
You've earned the greatest honor for a guide. Yet, you can only walk away with a photo of your friends. You're pretty amazing, Mulan.
Would you call it a sacrifice? After all that we've been through together, the results don't matter anymore. Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if you get me or not.
No, I get it.
Traveler!
So that's your answer, huh? To the meaning of a journey? It's a good one.
Yep, Paimon's ready!
3, 2, 1. Kaholasaur!
Cool.
You think I've got...
6 days. I'll do that after. Should we finish off Act 2 or nah? Nah, I'm too tired.
Sharp tongue?
60. Before we end, let's do this.
Quit following me. Too slow. The wind rises.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Swarm Fury. Quit following me.
Three, four, and
What the hell is this?
faster. Okay, fast.
Oh, this is like the trees in the other places. Okay. So there's 3 different ones. One here, one here, one here. Alright. I'll do that after. Where is this one? Oh, okay. Alright. I have 7 days, so I might be lazy for a few days. We'll see.